Hey boys and girls, so for today's math lesson, I will be on Zoom, but I just wanted to show everyone who cannot make the math lesson just how some strategies on how to work and copy each figure. So you will be doing workbook page 241, and some of you will be working on page 242 today for your math assignment. For this, boys and girls, what I use in order to be successful with the copying of the figure, you need to be patient. You also need a couple of tools. So I have a pencil ready with a highlighter and a ruler. Now, if you don't have a ruler at home, a great alternative if you have a sticky note pad or something that's small that you have that has a straight line or edge here. So you can use like a small book is fine too. So here are some strategies that you can do to work on this problem. Now I have this page already printed out for me, so I can show you boys and girls how exactly to do it here. All right, here we go. So just be a little patient with Miss Laspiza here. Okay, so you can see it here, boys and girls, how to work on the problem. All right, so we have number 13, boys and girls here. So the first thing that I would do is I would actually count how many dots in and where it starts, and then I would take my highlighter and put dots where it starts at each point. So let's count here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the fourth dot is where we start our pentagon. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where I'm going to put my first starting dot. And then I can see here we go diagonal down to the left here. So it goes 1, 2 down and into the third row. So same thing here. Ready? 1, 2. Then I'm going to count the next dot. It goes again diagonal down to, if I count the rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth row. And then we see it's 1, 2 dots in. So let's count again, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I make sure. And then again, I'm marking each dot here, boys and girls, so I know where to connect the dots basically. And then I also see here that it goes 1, 2 more dots across, or we can go across on the opposite side and count from there. So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 in. Okay, we are almost done. We have to do this part here, boys and girls. So here we go. We have 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3. Then, boys and girls, you take your ruler. Oops. Just be a little patient with Miss Laspiza. She is doing this one-handed. We're going to take our ruler, or you take your edge that you have, and you now are going to practice connecting the dots here. So Miss Laspiza has her ruler. She's going to go 1. Same thing here. 2. And I'm trying to, again, copy the figure. 3. 4. And 5 to make the pentagon. Okay, so here we are. So as you can see, boys and girls, I count each dot, and then what I do is I count them on the next line, and I use a highlighter just to say where they are and connect the dots. You can do the same strategy for number 14, boys and girls. Is again, same thing. Now there are no dots, there are squares for this one. So what I would do, boys and girls, is I would actually count the rows and count the dots and make my marks from there. So you can see in the first one here, number 14, there are just one row, okay? And then in the second row, everything starts there. So that's what I would do here is I would make my starting line in the second row, and I see that there are no marks in the first row, no marks at the end, but in the second box. So that's what I would do here. And just take one at a time. I go by each row. So I see that there's a, let's say 1, 2, 2, and then it goes in. So same thing here. Ready? Start 1, 2 boxes in, and it goes down. 1, 2 boxes in, and this is going to also go down. Again, it helps giving yourself a starting point, boys and girls, to see where things meet. So again, I'm going to do 1, 2, and here is my end point, and 1, 2. Boys and girls, it's very important. Just be a little patient with yourself here. If you make a mistake, it's okay, but try to copy your figure as close or as best as you can to the first demonstration. And there you go. So again, I like to count the squares, and for the first one, boys and girls, it's easier counting the dots. So boys and girls, again, I hope these strategies help you for today's activity, which is workbook page 241 if you cannot join Miss Laspiza. Talk to you soon. Bye.